UNC, their quarterback situation, I've talked a ton about. I think they need to name a starter. I think it's probably Gio Lopez, and I think they need to start, even if it isn't Gio Lopez, whoever's the starter, they need to start pumping confidence into that individual, letting them know he's their guy. But outside of that, this team is still the biggest mystery in the triangle. This team is still the biggest mystery in the triangle. It's almost like if you're looking at Duke State and UNC, I feel like I forget the old guy's name. The new version is Wayne Brady. The let's make a deal. I feel like I'm going, we can offer you very good defense, transfer a quarterback, projected to finish 6th in the ACC, talking Duke. We can offer you rising sophomore quarterback, showed flashes last year, 2 new coordinators, but a little bit of stability in the roster. We're talking NC State. Or I can offer all of the money in my wallet and whatever's behind door number 2. And that's UNC. And I might have no money in my wallet, and it might be a zonk behind the door, or it could be a brand new car. It could be a boat. Could be a camper. Could be the new dinette set. I don't know, whatever they were giving away back in the day on Let's Make a Deal. It's truly a grab bag. Even some of the players that we think we can depend on for the Tar Heels are really still question marks, right? Somebody we've talked about, like Jordan Shipp, a wide receiver. Everybody's telling me he's going to be great, and by all accounts, his physical abilities are super. But we haven't seen it, right? So it's still a bit of the what's behind door number 2. 14, according to Our Lads, which is a site that does projected starting lineups, and it's not an exact science, but they are much more up to date than other sites that have to wait for like guys to sign and everything. Once they get commitments, they can put them up there. They have 9 of the 11 starters on defense being new transfer portal players. 14 of the 22 players on the defensive 2-deep depth chart are straight out of the portal. Now there's a lot
of fresh faces.
There's some talent there, right? I went and counted the 4 stars. There's Price Yates, a defensive lineman from UConn, Kamori House and Thaddeus Dixon, a linebacker and cornerback from Washington, who kind of followed the younger Belichick, Steve Belichick, who was the defensive coordinator with Washington last year. There's DeAndre Robinson, a D lineman from Florida, Vilbert Smith, an edge from Penn State, Mekhi Gabayor, apologize if I'm mispronouncing that, linebacker from Missouri. So there's some talent there. But there's also, with every transfer, a bit of, well, why are you transferring, right? The Washington guys, a little bit more sense, right? You're following a coach you like, something like that. But it's, I have a feeling Penn State and Florida probably could have done quite a bit of fundraising if those were players that they absolutely didn't want to leave.
Brian Murphy, actually, of WREL, actually posted earlier, about an hour ago on social media, of the 63 UNC players listed as participants in the regular season finale against NC State, 25 remain on the current roster.
And I'm actually surprised it's that high.
Yeah, likewise.
I'm surprised it's that high. I will say the offensive line seems stable-ish. They Austin Blaskey, Aiden Banfield, some of these guys went into the portal and then withdrew their name and came back to UNC. Wide receiver group, people are excited about, as I mentioned, Jordan Shipp, Kobe Paysor, kind of the headliners. Running back room led by Davion Goss, who we saw really had one really good flash last year when Omarion Hampton didn't play the second half against Charlotte.
Yeah, I was there for that.
And Goss ran for 100+. I mean, that's about it when it comes to like what we know about this roster. So if anybody is super high on UNC, right, if somebody is voting them into the top 5 in the ACC, if they're super high, you are kind of a cosigner, right? You're just saying, I trust Bill Belichick, and if Bill Belichick says these guys are good, I say these guys are good. And like that happens in life, right? I say it all the time. The way I use it is somebody I trust, right? If I can't watch every single game, I can't watch every single player. So if there ever is a debate about a college basketball player in the Big East, I know I've got somebody that I trust that watches a lot of Big East basketball. Send him a text, and then I might say on the air, like, I would love it if the Hornets drafted so-and-so because someone I trust told me I would. Like, we all have to kind of delegate out some of our evaluation process occasionally, but usually that's because it's someone I interact with a ton. Bill Belichick is just, we're saying, I hope the NFL thing translates to the college thing. And let's be real, I hope the whatever it is, first 18 years of the NFL thing with the Patriots transfers to the college thing because the talent evaluation wasn't at the super highest level or the ridiculously high standard that he had set for himself towards the end. So fall camp is in a different way for those within the Tar Heels program about uncovering that mystery, right? Because they don't have to reveal anything to us, right? They don't have to let us in on any secrets, but they've got to uncover some secrets amongst them, right? They have to go figure out what everybody's strengths and weaknesses are and how it works. They have to go figure out as play callers, what do these guys do well in certain situations? They have to figure it all out and also figure out where they missed. Oh, I thought this guy was better at XYZ. Turns out that's not his game. We better find somebody that can XYZ pretty well. Like, we thought this edge rusher was going to be better at stopping the run. He's getting pushed around in the run game. Let's see if we have someone else with a little bit more weight in their pants. A little bit heavier anchor. It's actually probably pretty fun if we're being real, right? If you are a true football psycho, which let's be real, it seems like the Belichicks are, and there's 3 of them on the staff, and it seems like the Lombardis are, and there's one on the coaching staff, one in the front office, and it seems like Freddie Kitchens is. Like if you're a true football psycho, this is the good stuff. You really gotta build it from the ground up. I'm not a huge video game guy, but I do know some friends that do. And like back in the day when you're like, you know what, I'm just going to go start a new profile and go back to the beginning and like crank it up again because my whatever advanced level is becoming a little dull with how often I play. Sometimes you just gotta start it over, see if you still got it. And that's what this UNC training camp starting tomorrow is kind of all about. Did you pick the right guys? And can you make it work? And that's from a skill set and a personality and all that kind of standpoint as well, because you need the right guys that fit together as dudes. You know what I want to ask Bill? Maybe, hopefully, one day we'll get the opportunity. Hopefully he'll come on the show. Bill, invitation always standing. If there's something different he looks for personality-wise for somebody like maybe he was drafting versus someone he's recruiting in college. Like, are you looking for the same things in a 22-year-old that's about to be a pro as you are in a 17-year-old that's about to be a college freshman? Or is there some kind of different – what are you looking for? Because if it's the exact same, that's kind of fascinating. We're all just big, dumb animals, right? Nothing changes between 17 and 23. Speed and the willingness to work hard. I need sweat on the field. That's it. Maybe.